ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clay May. Joining me today is Steph, and it is Wednesday, April 24th, or April 24th, 2024. On the floor is the date there.
Oh, great.
Just having some difficulties here, but we should be getting into stuff in a second. Muffin, you want to get this going?
Okay.
All right. Just a couple things there. You know, we're not perfect. Mnvl, we have some difficulties occasionally,
Happens.
and it does happen, and that was one of them there. But we're all good now. Just a couple mic issues there. So what was I talking about? The date, yeah, lots of fours in the date, April 24, 2024. I don't know about what's up about that. You add the twos, you get more fours. Lots of fours there. And coincidentally, tonight we got Apple Valley and Park Center. And for Apple Valley, to go with the fours, they are the four-time state champions, with their most recent being the previous season. So, you know, I think we've got a theme so far. It's just the number 4.
For sure. You know what? Going off of that, 4, super exciting. We're going to have a great game today. 6-1. That's not necessarily 4, but both teams sitting right at 6-1. Apple Valley did take a loss last week to Mounds View. Park Center has
Also
one loss to Lakeville North. So both teams, really strong teams. You know, Apple Valley has been a reigning champion for sure. They've only lost finals once to Minnetonka, but we have a lot of teams that are really contending here, and it's super exciting.
Yeah, for sure. You see on the left there, those 3 teams, we've already mentioned them all by name because, I mean, 2 of them are in this game. Mounds View just took down Apple Valley last week. Those are our top teams. And then the other ones like Totino Grace and Lakeville North, like we mentioned already twice, are just hanging a little bit behind. And of course, it is week 8, guys. This is the last week of the regular season. We go into divisionals after this, and then we got state, you know, a few weeks from now, and that's where it really counts. But this right now, these 2 teams here, they're fighting for number 1. They're fighting to be one of the top dogs. We already know that just based on their 6-1 record already that they're going to be one of the best. But we just this you know, it comes down to this. I feel like this is kind of our top match before essentially you could say state finals, because of course last season it was Apple Valley and Park Center in the state finals where Apple Valley beat them 2-1 to secure their 4th title. So it's a big one today. So we're hoping for a close one.
And right here is where we see, like, this is a big, while maybe Park Center and AVHS don't necessarily have a chance to get knocked out, right here we can see, like, does Park Center have what it takes to beat Apple Valley in the finals? Because Apple Valley is one of those teams that is very likely to make it to the finals. And for Park Center, winning this game, although losing it doesn't have really many risks, winning it could be huge for them.
Well, winning it is critical because you see that you can get a game off that, and it's also just a mental confidence booster for the team. When you take down essentially the number 1 team all time, you're feeling it, and you just got to ride that momentum into divisionals, into state, and just continue to you know, keep that in the back of your head. You know, we beat these guys already, even if you're facing them at state finals at a high pressure, you know, event at Wisdom, high pressure stage. Just be like, we already beat these guys. We've already done this. We just got to do what we know best, and that's, I guess, beating them. So
Exactly.
Both teams there, they want to be able to capture that mental and have that attitude going into the end of the season.
Yeah, because with the results of both teams, it's very clear that both teams definitely have what it takes. Even just last year, like we said, in that fall finals, Park Center did play against AVHS, and they took a map from them, 2-1 in favor of AVHS. But Park Center has what it takes, and you know, in close moments, intense moments like this, is where skills outside of just gameplay start to come out.
Yeah, those close moments. You know, both teams so far in this season, the regular season, have had them. Of course, Apple Valley had a close 13-11 over Lakeville North win, and then Park Center had a 13-11 over one of the Irondale teams. Another close one there. Those teams also, not the Irondale team on screen right now, but their other varsity team. But they're you know, that just means they're familiar to being in those close situations, and that it also proves to an extent that they can be beaten. Both of these teams, I mean, they're 6-1, so obviously they can be beaten. but it also just proves that it's not just the other top teams necessarily. It's some of these other contenders that we've seen before. So no team can be perfect, I think, is what we got
For
to say.
sure. There's always something to improve on, and that's the interesting part of playing like at this level where we're at high school level, and there's definitely high ranked players here. So
Yeah.
just because we're at high school level, it's not to say that all these players are bad. But
Oh
where that
God, no.
inexperience comes in is where like some of these real world skills like mental or teamwork and everything like that, like all of it weaves together and it really shows you who has what it takes to be a top team because it's a team, it's a team performance at the end of the
It's
day.
it is a team game, and synergy is important there. Like you mentioned with experience, teams that have played together for a lot of years, they really kind of know their players, and each player really can have a different style. So when you know kind of how to work with each other, and you've practiced a lot, and you've played these games together, it can really help you. So I think, we talk a lot about how gameplay can, affect certain things and how your gameplay is like ultimately your good performance. But what kind of goes on in your head and what kind of goes on within the team aside, outside of the game or outside of the literal abilities and your gunplay and stuff, that can also have a massive impact on how that aspect of the game goes and how ultimately you end up either, being victorious or being defeated.
For sure. And that's part of why this game is so exciting for me today because Apple Valley, last four championship titles they had with their beloved captain, but he has graduated. So they're missing that captain. I believe he moved on to Concordia St. Paul, one of our sponsors. So really great opportunity for him, but recovering from that loss of that centerpiece is definitely a huge part of it. But this
They're doing
game just
well.
super exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I already said it before that this is like the big game. This is a great one to have on week 8. I'm gonna just say it. Like you honestly could not ask for a better match. If you got two of the top teams, same records, fighting for number one on the last week of the season, like it doesn't.
It doesn't get much better than that. Not to mention that they played against each other last state finals. We have ourselves a mini pseudo state finals here. Not necessarily.
Don't say that yet. There's some other good teams here.
Oh yeah,
It could end
that's
though. It's definitely possible.
yeah. Not to discredit any of the teams because, like I said, really impressive. All the teams that are showing up because see some of the records that are shown on the side are like still really good. Like 5-2 is not much different than 6-1.
No, it's not. It's well, I mean, it's one game if you I guess if you look at it, yes, it is one game because then you have one more loss or one less loss and one more win. So
Mm,
we already mentioned Lake North twice as well because they had some close games and some close losses to these teams. So we're talking a lot about the top teams: Park Center, Apple Valley, Mounds View. That two of them are in this game, but we've also you can't discredit the teams that are also fighting for there. We've seen teams like North get some rounds off Apple Valley, do well against them. We've seen that on stream. So you really can't count out anybody yet
absolutely.
until you're not out until you're really out at state and you get knocked out of that bracket.
For sure, because and you know what, like performing at state is something completely different too. Because like
Oh yeah,
I know I personally have played at state,
you have. I
and
casted it too. It
yeah,
was
you did.
fun.
That
It was
was
a good game. You should have won that game. I'm still bitter about that. I think y'all should have had that.
oh, we totally could have. It was disappointing, but that really just goes to show how the soft skills and like keeping it calm in a real environment is something different. You know, so and especially with Valorant, it's like Valorant's our most popular game. We have a lot of teams of all diverse skill levels. It's just really interesting to see how every team tries to fight for their life, basically.
I guess.
And it's like
This is not the ring, bro. It's just
not for their
in game,
life.
in game.
But hey, you know what? This one is close enough where it might as well be to that level.
Yeah, it's a close one here. Looks like teams are getting into game here. It's taking just a bit longer here. So just to compensate for that, keep ourselves fresh, I'm gonna send it to a quick 5-minute break here, just before we get into our first game of the night, and hopefully, one of the best games of the season. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's head to a break here.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
What does it mean to be a leader? At the University of North Dakota, we're here to find out.
It's taking my first solo flight.
Finding new ways to learn.
Rolling up your sleeves.
The world deserves leaders like you. Leaders ready to take the next step and make a difference. Because we lead our own way.
Will find their golden moment. 9 moments of the round. Roar dashes into his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles. Very close here. Very nice spot dodge going through that. And fair. Straight in over the wide, but Flo able to get the rebound, and Egan has a 2-goal lead right. Then it's open and it is gone. They're still on some health. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your Mnvl 2023 Fall State champions.
All right, everybody. We are back with Wednesday Valorant. It is a hype matchup. Park Center, AVHS, both 6-1, fighting for top spot, number 1, numero uno.
Let's go.
And, you know, we did have a quick break there. Some players were getting into game, some technical things, but it's all right. We should be hopping into game here in just a bit. And, Beffin, you got any last things to say before we hop into this game here?
Really excited to see this one. I want to see how the momentum begins because I honestly don't have any predictions. Like, usually when we see a record versus like a record and we can see the data that teams have, we can see, we can expect that this team usually does good on defense or attack.
Yeah.
But no, both teams really well-rounded, really good results. They've played against each other. Like, it should be a close one. It should be great.
They played each other at the top stage here, state finals last season. Just loading in here. It will be, I believe it will be Bind. Yeah, that's correct there. It's like we got Park Center there on the left for the defense and Apple Valley on the right there for the attack. And just, to go over a little bit of agent history, pretty much from Apple Valley's matches, you can see that any of them can play anything and they'll do good. They're just overall really well-rounded players. There are some more, more star players that maybe have a little more frags just because they play those duelists more often. Saber there at the bottom of your screen has played Reyna, Jet before, some fantastic performances there. Now picking up the Rays, another duelist, keeping their kind of role there. While some of these other agents, they might not be what they always play, but I believe they are, things we've seen before. Some on the Gecko have seen that. Santi on the Cypher, that as well. Kimsey, Brim, why not on the Reyna? Those are all historical agents that they've played and definitely something that we know they can perform on. So for Apple Valley side, at least, no real unknowns.
Yeah. And Bind is a map that we haven't seen too many times here played at Mnvl. We've seen a lot of Ascent, but Bind is going to be really interesting to me personally. I like the agent setup that we have on both teams. I think both teams have pretty well-rounded combos. That Cypher just being so good at locking down sites. But I'm honestly really surprised I'm not seeing at least one Killjoy.
Oh yeah, you're right, bro. I was typing something, but yeah, that's definitely interesting. Killjoy's kind of the go-to sentinel, go-to defensive agent, and I've seen so much play on Bind over the years that is kind of shocking.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, do you think it's because you can just take a teleporter and go away from her ult, or it's or maybe it's the Cypher buffs?
Both teams have Cypher. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that's kind of their sentinel there, because I went double sentinel on Bind there. But we're jumping in here. Both teams are setting up here for this first round. Yeah. So it will be Apple Valley on the attack with that spike. Park Center on the defense. Hop into the Rift. What am I saying? We hop into Bind here.
Hey, it's okay. Going through hookah. Let's see. Pretty standard agent split from Park Center.
Through that box, take a little bit of damage. First kill going over to the defensive side of Park Center. Teams, other than that initial pick, they're playing a little slow. Trapwire gonna bind them. And the defense is huge from Park Center. They've already got it down to a 5v1 there with just Kimsey on the brim. Trying to hold him off. Gonna run out there, use the Stim Beacon. Gonna get dashed at, gonna get bounced at by Senna. Picking up a 3K on that round to win it flawlessly. Massive start for Park Center there.
Extremely exciting first round. I guess here we saw immediately the value of that Cypher, right? Because 2 trips were activated in that hookah. 2 people got killed instantly after they got revealed by the trip. Huge first round from Park Center. Taking the first round in such a close match like this can prove to be very crucial for both mental but also the actual game, because you can see that they're full buying here, and Apple Valley going to opt for a full save, which I definitely agree with.
After that opening flawless, just getting taken down without anything, Apple Valley wanting to just make sure they have some economy going in there. But the full buy is a little interesting. Because if the round does go south and they find a way to lose it, they're gonna be a little broke. They're gonna have a rough time, and it pretty much just evens out right there. We always say that winning pistol round is essentially like winning 2 rounds because you get the better guns, and you just like we see on screen right now. But it's not a guarantee, and these players are really good.
Yeah, Apple Valley are a very performing team. They're not used to playing from behind, so maybe this is going to be a real test of their mental game, but they're going to have to play kind of sneaky to get some picks here, and I think that they know that too. We have 2 players sitting in spawn. Is that intentional? Yeah, they're just covering both angles.
I hope
of spawn.
It's intentional. I mean,
kind of just knowing that they can't get much with this gun difference.
Guess not. This is what we see from top Valorant. Come on, this is a high IQ play, I guess. We're gonna go with that.
Very interesting.
It's like roar through showers for something, but Apple Valley is just totally holding back there. Like they got that one in spawn still. They haven't creeped up anywhere. First frag of the round there. Just totally waiting for him, and that was also the spike going down, so it's just sitting out in the open, and Roar on the Jet is just holding this angle so perfectly. There's really, I don't see a great way in for Apple Valley.
Yeah, with that 2 bullets in that Outlaw's chamber, no one got shields, no one can afford to even take a body shot from that thing and not get instantly killed, so it's pretty tough, but Apple Valley is not really expecting to win this round in the first place.
Definitely were not. Their kill over there. Looks like Apple Valley does have control of the B side of the map, but the spike is not on the B side of the map. So I wonder if that was a bit of a miscommunication, that they had the spike on that one player, or if they were going for some sort of fake towards B. Another 2 going down there. Gecko going to be the only one surviving here. Assuming they're just going to try and save a little bit. Doubt they will. They're going to get one back. Gonna get
might as well go for it.
It's something.
Yeah. But here's where the interesting round comes down. Everyone got money for the rifles. Kimsey not necessarily having enough for that full shield, but that's okay. This round is where it all comes down, This is where Apple Valley can display their mental, know that they can keep calm, still have some confidence, because to win, you definitely can't be not confident.
Exactly.
So you can't let these couple of rounds get to you, because at the end of the day, 2 rounds maybe means nothing if you're winning, but all comes down to how they play this out.
You gotta believe in the power of the team. I'm sure Apple Valley does. They're very strong. They have a lot of titles to back them up. It's gonna rush onto the B side here, but Mike with that monkey gonna pop down the first one. They will spray 2 down to get it back. They're still not really tight advantage here. There's really nothing we can see. There's so much util in that one choke there.
And that's where the power of Cypher comes through. My gosh, I don't even know how I was surprised with no Killjoy.
It happened though. It's ticking away here. Saber on that side. Apple Valley finally finding that. Saint here trying to hold something. Throughout that moment blind. They were just getting sprayed down though. Apple Valley finding some life there.
Yup. Park Center was behind on guns a little bit. They had some Bulldogs, some Marshals from the last round. So now we're on real even playing grounds. Both sides, full shield, full rifle. Gecko has the ult, but no one else is really close besides Sena on Park Center side. So
yeah,
should be a pretty good round.
This is the round. These 2 teams are coming in with even records, and now they got even guns. So it's just evens across the board here.
Absolutely.
There. Looks like Apple Valley could be going for the similar play here through B long. They haven't spotted out by Mike though, so could be backing off in just a second.
They are a little bit quieter this time. I do like it. It's great that Apple Valley got that round, by the way, because it does show that they're still confident despite losing those 2 rounds, but getting a little bit of a momentum reset here. Got a bit of a split happening as well.
Through Hookah. A little scared of the Cypher utils. Saber taking a long
First
duel with the
blood.
enemy arrays. Finding it, that's huge. Cage goes up, trying to block down some vision. They're spraying through. Apple Valley not quite going for the execute, though they do have the man advantage. That dog able to blind up a little bit there. Looks like they're going to run it now. Why not under that eye? Going to be blinded up himself, though. Going to be blinded again. But he just sneaks onto sight. He's not quite dead yet. Saint going to take him down there.
Ooh.
It will be a good defense from Park Center. They're cleaning up house here. Kimsey getting one back there towards the end. I mean, there's always a chance, but it's not looking too good here.
Yep, just looking to play it chill, get whatever picks he can, and keep that rifle. The economy is super important. When you're losing rounds, you know, all you can really do in this situation is keep that gun. But Park Center, picking up a nice little steal. Maybe he can, but nah. Just gonna keep calm.
Frankly, that was similar to the last round. Just a total spam of util on that B site. We saw that one big adaptation towards the earlier part where it looked like Apple Valley, like I said, was scared of the Cypher util, and I don't blame them. The tripwires and the cages, they block a lot. They are, yeah. They prevent a lot of that, so they crept up a little slower and didn't quite take it as fast there. And it ended up not going in their favor there. Park Center, and that round moving up to 3-1 here.
Yeah, and you know, that's the difficult thing is that Park Center, the util that they have is pretty decent at buying time, especially if you go to the site that Cypher's set up on. Like, they're just buying so much time, and unfortunately.
See, feel that unison there? Ooh. Nice. That was nice.
And you know what? These two races, the top 5 races, going back and forth as well. Because we saw that the 1v1 gunfight went over to Apple Valley Race's side, the Saber. But this one, Zaina, the confident tap, super close.
Close there. Even numbers here. Apple Valley executing onto the A site this time. We're seeing the rotations over. Kimsey going for that plant. Looks like they will get it down. There's going to be some enemies revealed. Know where they're at here. Full setup. They have defensive advantage. Those smokes are hard to play through. Why not getting that first one over there? Giving the big advantage to Apple Valley. Going to be a tough way for Mike and their Omen to get into here. Look up through land for that flank angle, but everything is covered. Saint getting that one there. Going to be good, but too
clean angle hold. Now they got bomb to defend.
That Molly making so much zoning.
The Brim knows that Omen has to come through here, and he's set up for it perfectly. Watch this. Dang. That's crazy. The game knowledge from Kimsey there was super impressive.
Yeah, that was perfect. He had that Molly holding the one walkway and his teammate on the other, and he knows he's got to come through lamps. That's the only way Omen can get onto the site, and he just set up for it perfectly, knocked him down.
Yep. It's a small stuff like those plays that really show here, because when you're so close, a small play like that is great. Like, why not, you know, once that bomb was down, he went for a little bit of an unconventional play of pushing their own Brim smokes, and he knew that he had the liberty to do that because he could dismiss. So he got a tap, got a confident dismiss. But, Park Center just running at them with these low econ guns.
Santi having to escape there. Trying to play a little more close range. Not working out in Park Center's favor, though. Forced he's that tripwire. Knock that down, but it looks like Apple Valley got full control of the site here. Plant will go down. Park Center trying to play through hookah right now. Find some angle to get a retake.
Yeah, they're getting a couple of picks, which is not bad considering the economy difference in this round. Roar ended up getting a rifle. He could do some crazy work with this. Definitely seen it before.
Gecko ult, though. Thrash gonna try and knock him down. It will just get shot by Roar. I think, frankly, they're just running out of time. Apple Valley kind of has the bailout with that Brim ulti as well. And just plant that on Spike and prevent so much, so much time there and just take out. But Roar, he said with the rifle he could get stuff done. Gonna get popped his own way, though. Apple Valley there, 2 in a row. Tie the game up 3-3.
Yep. Like, as we expected, this game's super close. Park Center should be back to rifle economy here. Or we're going to opt for probably using the ult or going for the orb and getting a using that ult.
4 ults up for Park Center. Jeez.
Yeah, this could be their opportunity to shift that momentum. But even if Apple Valley loses a round, their economy is looking pretty good, to where they'll still be able to full buy if they die again. So it's like the composure that you need to stop this momentum is pretty impressive, but definitely something that I think that is perfectly realistic for Park Center to pull out.
Yeah, like you said there, Jet now got the ult. Is 5 online there, and there's those knives popping down the first one. Giving a good advantage there. That pretty much stopped any activity towards the A site from Apple Valley, and they're so far back right now that it's gonna be a tough way to get onto any site here.
And it's really interesting seeing how these two top teams play against each other, because like these rounds are going so much slower than most of our other rounds.
It is there. Now those smokes coming down, that execute going through, Senup jumping in with the raise ult. They're gonna get popped out of the sky from some.
What a shot!
He just shot down some birds with that one. He could have taken out a flock of ducks. Oh my gosh, 3 now. For the members of here, looks like Roar and this guy peeking up through lamps here, trying to find something. Why Not is low on health. Why Not is out of health. We're gonna live through that. 7 bullets in the gun, 6 now. Nico fires it from the back. We're gonna get onto that spike here. Just the brimstone from Kimsey. That ulti getting down and just denying everything. He's got time in his favor. He's got
They're both one
in his favor. One more shot to get it here. It's a 1v1 here to decide the round. They're going wide, and it's gonna be Roar. Absolutely just combustible, volatile. Every ult he spent. What the heck round?
What just happened? That is crazy. Down to the wire, 10 HP. Roar known to clutch those. He's sitting there with 10 HP. He knows that he has to go for the headshot there, and he just hits it. That's crazy.
Beautiful shots there from Roar on that Jet.
It's coming really down to the wire, and it's just showing us how close this match truly is.
I mean, we knew it had to have been close, but that was something else there. I mean,
absolutely.
And you just saw the team coordination from Apple Valley. Now playing aggressive here. Gonna get 1, gonna get 2
taps.
Gonna get traded back though, but it's all right though. Park Center already got a 1-man advantage, just a mere 10 seconds into the round, something like that. I don't even know there.
In last round, I was just talking about how they're playing slow, but Roar feeling himself and going for that 2 headshots straight away. Anything can happen in this game.
It can happen. That spike is now down. Are at a slight disadvantage. They know where Saint is now. They're going to take out the Cypher anyways.
Evening out them numbers.
Does he know the Brim is there? He knows, but he can't find the shots. Get outgunned there. Gonna be Apple Valley pulling it right back there. Beautiful round from those 2 players there, especially Kimsey top fragging right now for Apple Valley. And I think they've had some great plays so far.
Yeah, all players playing really well. Kimsey, he's really, I feel like, I can't speak for him himself, obviously, because I'm not the player. But I feel like based on the way he's playing, he seems like the type of person that is just calm. Like, the type of plays that he's making is like very hard decisions to make, but he's making really good decisions most of the time.
Yeah. We already highlighted that earlier play with the lamps control earlier rounds. Not gonna matter though, those sprays coming through. It's like Apple Valley going for another A execute. They're not gonna quite get on site yet though. Even numbers here, Senna there.
2 bullets, 1
Ray
bullet.
is finding so much. Coming up huge there. The frags are clean for Park Center. 1v3 there, or why not on the Reyna? Very tough situation. They do have the ult, could spend that.
Ooh, barely missing. Can he make some work?
Gets what he's done here. He's going to get 1 there, but not going to be enough though. Park Center picking up that round. Keeping it close, keeping it tight, keeping it competitive. They're keeping them honest.
Yeah, like, we saw Roar drop the op just to go for that Vandal headshot. Sometimes you need to go back to the basics to secure that.
Exactly. You gotta have multiple ways to play, and you gotta make sure you adapt to the situation in an ever-changing game like this.
Yep. The economy looking pretty rough for AVHS. They still keep going for this A hit with Santi on the lurk. Cypher on Apple Valley's side.
There's that judge though. They walk up into that judge. From Saint.
Oh, what an interesting spot though.
I think
Is he gonna check above him? Or are they?
Possible. He's gonna get that one there. They know where he is now. Boombot throwing out some, giving him some space. Saint's just running past. Saint's now gonna run out there. Gonna get that opening pick. Park Center is really well done from Saint. They're getting up into that kind of off angle with the shotgun.
Yep.
Absolutely great performance.
It's really interesting how the pace of every single round has been different. Like, we have certain rounds where you're just fighting and, 8 people die in 15 seconds. But a round like this?
Oh my!
Never mind.
Okay. Roar getting some clean shots there with the op. We're just talking about the speed of the round. This one's certainly picking up. Started out slow.
That just proves my point, if I'm gonna be honest.
Exactly, yeah. That we saw 2 rounds ago. It was slow, it was chill, everyone was looking for information, and then there was the mass execute. We saw I guess 2 rounds ago now. We saw that 10-second and like 8 are gone, and it was pretty much an even round after that. And that previous one was just so slow until it wasn't. Like Roar, those two clean shots, I mean, those are pretty good.
Yeah, both teams should be on rifles here. Looks like Saber's accidentally uncoordinated with the economy with the rest of the team. These next 2 rounds should be pretty volatile as well. But what does Apple Valley need to do to get this evened out for the half?
They're going back to the hit through B long that has worked for them in the past. Be different though. We've seen a spread of util. We already see a cage and a smoke and a dog in there. Like a Dr. Seuss book. They're rushing on site here. Pushing up there. Roar finding another one with that op. They've been so well in this game so far. Now they have those knives. Could be another one dashing out though. The defense is absolutely clean from Park Center.
And they
just wiped them off the map there. Picking up a 3-round advantage so far. 7-4 for the last round of this half.
Beautifully played from Park Center. Looks like Apple Valley calling a little timeout here, which I don't blame them for. Roar absolutely feeling himself. Every single one of these rounds, he gets something crazy. And to have the confidence to do something like that into Apple Valley, it's like huge props to him. But now Apple Valley has their backs against the wall, which is a position they don't see themselves in very often. So seeing what they do is going to be really interesting.
Of course, I think Park Center, they're just treating them like any other team. They've blocked out all the titles and the wins. They just say, excuse me,
we're just here to play some Valorant.
Yeah, we're going to play some Valorant. It's just another game. Like, we just got to play it like we do. We just got to play it how we win. And we're going to get to that point. And so far, they're doing very well here.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean they have it in the bag at all. We got the half coming up soon. An absolute momentum stop. So, but let's just see how this last round plays. Maybe AVHS can pick up one more round and get their motivation back in it for the next half. But
is really rough for them, though.
Yup. On a Bulldog, Guardians, no one's got a rifle. It's got a dollar store full buy.
Dollar store, brother? Come on. Dollar store
I'll
would be
give
like...
it a couple more than $1. We got the $5.
It's like a Walgreens. It's a Walgreens.
Walgreens, all right.
Yeah. Anyways, still got a round to play. Apple Valley's still really good. See those good shots there. Saber not taking anything back there. Already got the enemy raised low.
Yeah.
Definitely a possibility here. And I mean, it's like they're playing it slow. It's going to be a slow round here to start things off. Apple Valley. It's going to be an A hit as well. Sky from Park Center already rotating over. So I think they know what's up.
Checking those angles as well. Yeah. But Sena unfortunately living that shot because it's a Bulldog. Getting another shot. Was that through the smoke or is it?
It was a kill regardless. And we were saying so much about the guns though. Apple Valley executing on the site very well. The shots are absolutely going their way. Nico now stuck in a 1v4, forget everything we said about the Walgreens. It just doesn't
you know
matter.
what?
They're gonna
Maybe
win
they should do this more
anyways.
often. Apple Valley getting a nice little quick wipe on all of them. They all go down pretty quickly there. A nice execute. Unfortunately, they couldn't get more of those on the attacker side. But we have the side swapping, and it's really anyone's game here.
Park Center now on the attack. Goes to Apple Valley. It's definitely an interesting one because the comps are very similar. They have Sentinel to a duelist, initiator, controller. It's not like anybody's got double initiator or something. There's nothing going on like that. So
but check out this call out from AVHS. We have a 4 stack on A, but Park Center's posted up right in front of A. Do they go for that 4 stack A? I mean, they have no info, so there's no way for them to know, but very interesting setup from AVHS.
Definitely on this one a little bit. That dog will find some early info. Gonna dash on that smoke already. Looks like the Jets trying to get on a site there. Gonna find that first kill.
Gets pretty early.
Huge fragger down. Park Center. Another one popped there. Saber's trying to hold the lines from the back. He's not doing too good a job though.
It's just so hard to execute when you're pushing 4 different angles on site.
Sure there. Little even and out here though. Spike has not been planted. Nico on this flank though. He's gonna find one. The reload could be the end of him. It just barely was. Apple Valley still holding strong with that defense.
Yep. I am really interested in what Apple Valley's thought process was. Did they know? Like, because they've played versus Park Center before, so I'm wondering, is this some history? Did Apple Valley know that they were going to go for that? Or is this just their setup? You have Cypher solo holding that B side, which he's definitely capable of doing. It's like, this is like a very aggressive type of style from Apple Valley, right? Because if they're playing 4 on A, they need to be ready to retake. And retaking takes some boldness, for sure.
Takes some guts to just kind of get out there and get back onto the site, even when you know you're at a disadvantage. It's not really your setup here. But like we talked about that Cypher.
Yeah.
Park Center.
Cypher's all alone here.
They're sending everything towards him. Right, almost know now. They're wary of that trip.
Got 2 running back from A site. Here comes 3.
All the rotations here. The plant's already going through, and that smoke's covering up so much. They'll find that opening one there. Gonna be a different kill. Rally though, and through the smoke, trying to find something here. Now that info is all available. Rally trying to get
Spectre's
back onto
down.
that retake. Can't find much though. It's gonna be a tight round.
These 2 pops.
Sees they're on the spike, but he can't find the shots. Gonna be a good round there.
Yeah. Really well played from Apple Valley. Like I said, to go for these retakes, it takes a different type of boldness to go for that. Like, you know, you kind of got to be assertive, right? Like, you have to have that confidence and play as 4 together and go and attack that site again. Kind of like being an attacker again, and it's a very interesting play style for Apple Valley. I'm not sure if they're going to keep that up though. Looks like they are opting to change the setup a bit after with the solo. Is it really going to be a Cypher solo hold A with 4 on B?
They're trying to read him. I don't think it's going very. No, I don't think the read's going very good here. You just look up towards that map. There are 4. Park Center just pouring on the A site now. They're already dashing in. They're already running through lamps. And we're already seeing the full rotations from Apple Valley. They already know what's up. They know where to go now.
It's great to see that they know that they're really weak on A and that they should be ready to rotate. Early trade packs coming in though.
Going through there. Even numbers so far. Drop some smokes to try and get some info denial there. That stim beacon's helping him rotate. He's already locked into that 1v3, and he can't find much though. Park Center getting around there.
This 4-1 setup from Apple Valley really showing its strengths and weaknesses. Like, when you got one Cypher, like, yeah, his util is good, but it's not that good. And they're going to continue using this 4-1 setup. And look at that, Park Center, switching over to B when the Cypher's alone. And this, it's kind of sad. I don't want to say sad, but Santi has been forced to play alone for most of the game. Even on attack, he was lurking on the other side, and he's still performing despite the fact that he's kind of fighting his own battle in a way.
Park Center is reading them right now. They know they do that 4-1 pretty much every round, so they just keep switching off. And again, like we've been saying, you're already seeing the rotations. They're rotating even earlier. They already give up everything on A.
Yeah.
I think Park Center could just rotate back A if they really wanted to. I think they will, though. That execute going through here. Trap player is going to stop so much there. They already got one in the sight, though. Sprays are coming through. Trades are going down. Just a massive kill feed there.
Why not just arriving as well?
Blind gonna find one. Catch him out. Forced to reload. Back off there. Gonna be popped down. Saints here, a 1v1.
And
clutch
what a
on the
transfer.
round. Beautiful shots there at the end.
Yeah. Super calm. Headshot Reyna into headshot Brim. And the funny thing is, both of them were low. He didn't even need to hit those headshots, but he's clean like that.
Why not practice headshots? Come on. You're going to need them more than you're going to need body shots, so
Yeah,
I would just
maybe
take
you're
them.
right.
They're just that good.
Got a couple of ults coming online as well.
See triple over there on the side of Park Center. Just single on Apple Valley. Moment teleport. Always a fun play. Always some opportunities. Go for a bit of a trickery there.
Yo.
I think Apple Valley's finally changing their setup, though, with those three aggressively posted toward B. They're going to spot him with that camera. They're going to spray down one. It's not going to be much more, though. They know exactly where they are. More shots going through that Cypher cage. And they stop the push. That's what
Quick
matters.
early advantage with that change of strategy there. It's really great. Especially with Apple Valley, they're on a lower economy, so they know that they have to play a little bit unconventionally if they want to have any chance of winning this round with that gun difference. But getting that early advantage is always great.
What's interesting to me is that TP is there, that teleporter. They get to the other side of the map. Apple Valley still has the Brim and the Reyna post up towards A. So could be able to shut down that. They will hear it, but round is slowing down here.
I do like that they still have someone on A, but Park Center knowing that time is a resource that they can utilize.
Those kills are just absolutely impeccable. Defenders are wiped off the map. Brimalt going to deny that plant for a little bit. Allow time for the Apple Valley players to get
Why
back
not on the flank, though? Look at this location. He has the opportunity to go crazy here.
They don't have the cam anymore. They know where he is now. That's smoke. Brim is doing so much. He's going to run through, but he's not going to win the gun duel. Got the weaker side there. Now it's just a
Why not
1v2.
moment?
Or why not?
Got the gun disadvantage.
Sheriff and a Spectre there. Can't find it all, though. Park Center, 10-7, 3-round advantage. They can feel it. They're getting close.
What a close one.
Win.
Yeah, Park Center, they're utilizing all their resources. They sat right there because they knew that they had the time to just kind of calm down and make Apple Valley, kind of like, I feel like they were caught off a little bit unexpected.
They're anxious, yeah.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of focus to just hold angles properly, and Park Center just went for a very quick execute. 3 people dying as soon as they decided to push together, and that was just like really well timed execute from Park Center.
Sky ulti. Spotted them all out. Just know exactly where they are. Able to get those clean headshots really quick. Ooh, Nico on that angle. Really well timed there. Ulti now going to give a little more information. Really well done there. Park Center, he's now running through lamps, running straight to his doom. Now, another 1v3. Park Center picks up that one. Another round there, moves to 4 rounds advantage. 11-7 here. They're feeling hot. They want that number 1. They want the top spot. They're getting close to it.
This is what I said at the start of the game. Like, the first couple of rounds can in a close match like this can really dictate how the momentum looks like for the rest of the game. Like, Park Center had a very confident first couple of rounds. And that's not to say that that means that they're immediately better, but they've kept that advantage going the entire game, and the pressure has not been lifted from Apple Valley.
That Ray's all flying in on the site. Senna for anything. There's no defenders over there right now. Didn't go poorly. They wasted on there, and now they're stuck between two of them. Will find one. Roar backs him up. Excellent team play there to cover both angles.
The dynamic duo.
And they got a free sight with that.
I really like that entry from Senna and Roar there. Going in, distracting with that ult. You think that with a... Ooh.
Nice land shot. Interesting, though.
He is. You know, he's doing what he gotta do.
Locking him
It's
up.
two.
That's another one. Switching over to the classic.
Three.
That was huge. And the defuse now is going to go through. We were talking so much good. And the round just didn't happen.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably sometimes that's the effect of confidence, right? You start to get confident, too confident, it can result in things like that happening. Santi with a nice little 3K to get him back around, and you know, Apple Valley can breathe just for a little bit.
They're spending big on this round. Lots of guns across the board here. Apple Valley does pick this one up. It will greatly shift the momentum back towards an even state and back kind of in their favor, and could lead to an even closer finish or possible overtime like that.
You know, when you're behind it, when you're Apple Valley, one round is all you need to get that momentum dip. Especially since we know that they have what it takes.
Too great though. Might not getting one back though. Still down a man though for Apple Valley. Everybody is onto this site, but I think they just know exactly where those Apple Valley defenders are. They're denying the thrash though. Pain on Roar is good, spraying him down there. Picking up another one, and suddenly with the power of why not, they're going to have an advantage here. Just one member over that, but it could be all that they need. Will be evened out from Saint. Will be given in their favor by Saint. He is praying for this round right now, but he's just getting a 3K regardless. Park Center moving to match point. They know what they got to do now.
This is an insane upset. Like, we knew that this game was going to be close.
Upset.
Yeah, you're right. It's not. You're right. I would say it's not an upset, but this is huge from Park Center. This really shows how exciting this season is, because Apple Valley, the reigning champions, like they have their backs against the wall right now. Another timeout coming through from them. It's like, I don't know. I think this is kind of like a weakness of the privilege of Apple Valley, in the sense that they, like I said, I've said this multiple times before, like they probably haven't had their backs against the wall many times like this. And that means that their mental in this situation could not be polished as well as some other teams.
That's timeout though. Trying to think of something.
Yeah.
We can counter this, this Park Center attack. Did get that one round, but so far in this half of the match, it's been just the Park Center show. They've just been on a tear here.
Yeah.
Of some of these rounds very cleanly.
For sure.
Not
They're
sure what
on their
Apple Valley's gonna
revenge
have to
from
do
last
here.
season.
Revenge arc now. It's exciting here.
Absolutely. I do like that Apple Valley's changed their defensive setup to a little bit more balanced, the 3-2, but they're going to look for this B hit pretty loud. I wonder if they're...
Up huge, he just gets popped right away. Shots just did not line up there. Santi using that cage, try and get a little bit of an advantage. Not going to decide to push up. Boombot will not find him up huge with the judge play. No, he's there. He's going to find one already under Roar. Top fragger down now. Backing off towards L.
Yeah, got some free space made over on A. That was a nice distraction little split. And I think it's really interesting that Why Not goes for that play, because that just shows his confidence even though their back is against the wall.
Didn't work.
But yeah.
It didn't end up working, unfortunately. They will find it though. Sana trying to deal with that cuss. Apple Valley doing well here so far.
Yeah.
They still have to play with that spike down. Eco, Sky are just posted up on that. Rim smoke. Got to do with good job of pushing him out. Still got to deal with Mike, though. But now Mike's gone.
Nice
Forget everything
tap.
I said.
Bomb's getting defused.
Gonna be stuck. Apple Valley gonna pick up one there in the clutch.
Apple Valley down, but not out at all. They still have the opportunity to have a pretty nice comeback. And, you know, if they come back from this, this will kind of show that they really are the team that has everything. Because I would say that when you're the best, you kind of have to back it up.
Being
for
the
sure.
best, yeah.
Like, you know, moments like these kind of show your weaknesses. But if they're able to show their weakness and still win, that would be insane.
Something, but Park Center's hoping to take him down. Park Center wants to be the one that's respected as the best right now, and they're showing up huge there. You see, Roar's got those jet knives here.
Absolutely.
This round, that's going to be huge for their killing capabilities. That Raze ult now is out as well. Kimsey on the spray, on the defense there.
Picking up 3 from elbow.
Absolutely huge. Now Nico's on a back foot. Also not going to do much to save him in Apple Valley. Pick up another one. We were talking about a comeback. It's looking like they got it. Maybe.
If there's any team to do it, it's Apple Valley. But super close. It's one big mistake and it's Park Center's game.
That's how tight this one is with these two top teams. That's what we see from the top of Mnvl, the top of the league. This is the play we're gonna see at state. All the teams that we're gonna send to state later on, they're gonna all be competitive and they're gonna all be able to dominate and have close games like this.
Absolutely. Nico opting for a stinger? Is that on purpose?
My eyes are down.
Not sure about that one. Be an interesting possibility. We looked at their economies. If Park Center loses this, they are pretty much broke, and Apple Valley's economy right now is in a great spot. Of course, even though they could lose a round and still have a full buy, they can't lose a round or they'll lose the game. So I feel that's a little more pressing.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Come on, games or economy. Think about it. Come on.
You're right.
It's a fair comparison.
But Park Center using this tension to their advantage. They know that they have time as a resource. Doesn't mean it's infinite, but they're waiting a little bit to go for this push.
Up with that Saber getting that opening frag. So on that defense, Plant will go down. We've seen Apple Valley show up in these retakes though. They've already got a 2-kill advantage. Definitely being able to play well here.
Yeah.
To see the brim, I think Saber's peeking up there to get though. Sees him now bouncing away, bouncing straight down to the ground.
Gets 1 or 2. It's 12-11.
Here it is. One more round and it's even.
Be another insane overtime.
Dude, we got another game to get to tonight, man. We got.
It's
fine. We're working more hours then.
You know what? But this is what I love to see. A close game like this, coming down to 12-11, is exactly what we should be seeing. Like, it shows that both of these teams are respecting each other and showing that, despite the fact that neither of them really have the opportunity to get knocked out of divisionals, that they care about that #1 spot.
I mean, I think you should just play competitive anyways. Doesn't matter who you're playing. You're just playing Valorant, and you want to win.
Absolutely. But in a close game like this, all of your resolves are tested.
This is pretty much the round right now, because overtime, completely different game. You're switching all the time. It's a totally different thing. So if Apple Valley can get this one.
Ooh, look like they might be opting for the teleport. No one's really even teleported, despite the fact that we're on bind.
No, haven't seen much of that yet. If they do take it, could be interesting as you see Apple Valley doesn't have anyone post up towards showers. In fact, there's full control for Park Center of that part of the map right now with their Rays.
Just doing some jump peeks for info, though. That's really interesting. They know that Park Center's playing a little slow, so going for these jump picks are a little bit risky, but the reward is really high when they're not showing much info.
Sure is. Tripwires. So Cypher is locking down right now.
They found my wall.
Oh, not the rotation yet. They're still holding back, and it will be that then. It's like Apple Valley thinking that Park Center is going to move towards the A site after the Rays picked up that kill. But it was not a good read, though.
Rays pick up no, but Rays just get traded. It's 1-for-1, but Park Center now gets that free B site, and here we'll see Apple Valley. Will they be bold enough to pull off this retake?
Keep themselves in the game. No ultimates up for their side. Only Cypher on Park Center got it. There's just no way in right now. Might get in that one, though. They're hurting their chances a little bit. The trades are clean, though. Keeping the numbers even.
It's all about Santi on this flank. With coming in.
So tight, though. The blind not going to find anything. Another even trade is 2-2. It's 1-for-1. They're fighting for the fate of the game.
They know where he is.
Dude, he's going to get it.
The shorty for the even.
Oh my god. Apple Valley delivering on what we hoped was going to be the game of the season. That Saint and Santi, similar names, they just dueled there for the fate of possibly the top spot, and Apple Valley came out on top here as we move towards overtime.
You know what? Apple Valley bringing it back right there. We got 12-12 from 12 to 8. They brought back 4 rounds. Santi closing that out with a shorty. Like it came down to
movie moment, cinematic, main character.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Santi's really holding it down, even though the fact that he's had to play alone for so many rounds. But we have Apple Valley back on the attack, which has not gone the best for them, but not necessarily bad. Maybe they're going to be able to learn from the mistakes that they made in the last game, in the attacking round. Yeah, it's half.
They're blind going straight through that TP. Pretty much the first use of the TPs you've seen in this game.
Pretty much.
Blind, though. Be the Cypher util for Park Center on defense towards that B site. I think Apple Valley's pushing up all towards A. Trades going through on the first contact there. Santi coming through showers. I think that could be a huge play there. Or now through lamps, going to get shut down on that flank. Going to be a man advantage for Apple Valley on the attack. They're going to get the plant down now. 3v1. Mike.
Apple Valley, man, they're just coming back. They're showing who's boss.
And Park Center got all high on the win there. Apple Valley, just like, you know, the uncle or the daddy. He's like, now, relax. we still got this. It's not over though.
Yeah,
definitely not.
Hey, we've seen Mike before. He's made plays like this where he picks up 3, but super hard. Santi really bringing it back.
Switching sides.
12-3.
Now, we haven't seen this for a while. It is Park Center on the ropes. They lose this one round. It's all over.
Apple Valley back in the advantage. They've had a lot of success in the last defensive rounds, but, you know, at this point in time, everything is so tense that one mistake leads to 2 mistakes, or one mistake leads to the end of a round instantly. So,
or the end of the game.
Yeah, that's right. Super intense.
How close this is. That one mistake could be the thing that's just defines your chances here. And frankly, with how overtime works and the switching, all the stuff from previous rounds honestly irrelevant. Look at how far back look at how far back everyone is. What? Nobody, guys. You gotta make some contact here.
I mean, sure they do, but they know that what they've been doing for the past 5 rounds hasn't been working, so they have to switch it up a little bit, and I like that. You know, they know that they have to go for something a little bit different. Mike picking up that first blood on Dikintsu.
Not gonna find that first contact. 3 trades already going over towards Park Center. They could be shutting down Apple Valley once again.
Oof.
There, 4-2 now. With the spike planted, Valley got both members posted up heaven there.
Santi been put in many clutch situations. He definitely does have the repertoire to win this round.
Absolutely, there's one kill. The Cypher, he is low though, and he's gonna get traded back. Some here has the shorty. Could be fun. We've seen it before, but there's no way when he's running through the smoke. Park Center tying it up. 13-13. What is happening?
That is crazy. This is exactly what we expected to see today.
I mean, this is just wild.
Yeah. My question is what is going to be the event that stops this momentum? Because both teams are playing out of their minds right now.
It's going to be, ultis coming online, stuff like that. Because,
well,
think about the power of that.
The ults do change. I mean, the ult orbs reset on every swap, so.
Yeah. But we're counted out, though.
Okay.
Apple Valley now on this attack. Playing out a little. They're going to bounce at there. Senna going to bounce into this there. Not be good, though. Apple Valley picking up an early advantage here so far. One trade back from Mike. A little bit of activity towards the B side, of course. And no plant has gone through. There will be Nico. Great there. Not enough, though.
They know where Sky's coming from as well.
Stuck. Forced to retake. 1v3. Completely forced out of sight. With, very low chance. Really clean shot there.
That was a nice little flick.
Now that ultimate up, like I mentioned, could be a little bit, but could have just missed the headshot there. Kimsey pulling back, giving Apple Valley another match point here. Could always be the round, or the game rather. It could be the round and the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the interesting thing here is that right there, when it's tense like that, you have to be so calm, and it's hard because to break the momentum, like if you're Mike there and you want to win, you have to getting that triple kill is sometimes the momentum shift that you need to win. And we need to see someone from either side really show out like that to stop this momentum. But
someone needs to break the tension here.
Someone picked up an operator on Apple Valley's side though.
Interesting there. Even trades to kick off the round. Park Center moving towards B site. Does not have the most defenders. Will be one rotate out from the get-go. Try and even things up a little bit.
Yeah. Oof. Blinded
First contact. Why not getting forced out? In the hallway. Park Center moving onto site there. Saint picking up that plant. I think he's going to get that first one down. Someone's going to get one back though. Still advantage for Apple Valley in terms of members.
Could shift at any moment though. Why not peeking out from elbow?
Not enough there. Spinning that out. That line on the roar, but they don't even think they know he's there. Attacker's gonna win it. It is still even.
Gosh. Absolutely insane, man. Like I said, every single player is playing perfectly. I wouldn't say perfect, but every team.
Close enough to perfect. You could just round to perfect. I think it's fine.
Exactly.
It's 99.9 to perfect. It's basically 100.
Yeah, we need to see an insane breakthrough from one, maybe two of these players to get this momentum changing. But it's in a moment like this, if you're one of these players, how do you do that, right? It's so intense. But you know what they say, pressure makes diamonds, right?
That's a great way to describe this so far. Because, I mean, the pressure before the match was so great, too. You got top teams fighting for #1 spot, and now they're stuck in 14-14 overtime. The game was supposed to be over 10 minutes ago. I don't know what's
Absolutely
going on there. That opening trade point towards Apple Valley's side. They've just been going alternating rounds here. All the shots from the rest of it not fine. Saber bouncing onto site, bouncing over to Saint, taking him down there. Tough retake. Ooh, spray through.
Interesting spray through.
Definitely. That, but Valor's already got a huge advantage here. 3 members. Really tough retake here. Santi, they're gonna spot him out anyways. Gonna spray Nico rather, gonna take them down. Mike will find one back. Mike's been stuck in these clutch situations the whole game, man.
Yeah.
Not gonna find it this time though.
14-15. Will Apple Valley shake it up with a nice little defense here, or will Park Center escape by the skin of their teeth to get another round and just stay in it? sometimes it's kind of demotivating, right? Because you win a round and all it does is put you back to even.
Exactly. These two teams are just. I mean, this is everything we asked for.
Absolutely.
The top teams fighting on the last week of the season. It doesn't. It might only get better than this at state. I don't know.
Absolutely. Got some info down. Should have heard some Skybirds. Yep, got some shots going through. Apple Valley playing it pretty regularly.
Dog, they're in those close angles. We'll find the Brim out in lamps. Hold the spot though. Looks like they're gonna try and dash through that Brim smoke. The Jet just getting quickly on the site. Those omens won't keep up everything though. Kill for Apple Valley. Gonna be traded right back, and the plant will be down. Seen this many times before though. Nico, get one there. It's gonna be an advantage for Park Center here, and they're down rounds, man.
Absolutely insane.
This game could go so long. Kimsey picking up one there, even it out. It's traded back. It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
It's 1-2 here for Apple Valley. If he cannot find it, it's just another 1v1.
Nico versus
They're
why not?
fighting for the whole thing, and he can't get it. We're gonna go to another round.
Oh my gosh. Both pressure makes diamonds is the best way I could have put this. Both
Dude,
through the pressure. Absolutely. Like, these guys are all playing super well. They're all fulfilling their roles. And you know, something that's really interesting as well, we have the Saber and Zayna are constantly getting first bloods off each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's not been a dominant, like, one of them is picking them off, like, first every time. But they're trading back and forth. And it's like, that's how this entire game has been. It's just extremely insane.
I mean, 15-15. The longest game of Valorant I've played went 17-15 and we lost. You know, it's something. Has there ever been a game that's gone to like 20 rounds? Is that possible?
It's possible.
I mean, I feel like at some point you just gotta say it's a draw.
Absolutely, but no draws here. You know, that's for the boring folk can comp.
We'll play a second game if it stops us. Come on. We'll keep going.
But despite the tension, both teams playing a little bit chill, but going for that initiation all at once, which is great.
Where Roar is, he finds one on the Reyna. No Starfire, he already sees that other one too. St. Kill getting another one. Looks like Park Center finding some footing here against the Apple Valley attack.
Yeah, that's great.
Through here. MC's got to find something coming up huge there on that backside. Only 4 bullets left in the gun. He's sprayed down though. Valley stuck here in a 1v3.
It's just Santi. And it's
Got
down.
that defuse. Park Center.
Park Center with the first advantage in overtime. Next round, it could be it. You know, Roar could have one of his signature pop-off moments and get them all down, but Mike also still been in many clutch situations. You know, maybe he finally gets his time to shine and closes it out, but Apple Valley still not definitely down, but not out.
I mean, Park Center's been showing up in these overtime attack rounds, but you know, previously it was just to tie the score with Apple Valley, who was winning the defense. But now they have this advantage going into what seems to be their better side, I guess.
Right.
Possibility there. Or dashing on, going to be revealed by the trap wire. Going to be taken down immediately. Starfragger is gone. Another one is down. Advantage for Apple Valley on the defense.
It's just insane. Saber taking that frag onto Sena as well. Like I said, it's still back and forth. It does get traded though.
Why not? Really great there. Tag teaming with the Gecko. Still holding that advantage, Mike.
Mike and
Clutch
Nico.
God here. Find one though. Mike is low though.
Mike has clutch. I mean, Nico has had some pretty nice clutch moments this game.
I've seen it before. I mean,
is that Spike down though? Spike is down.
Yeah, Spike's not planted. So time is just ticking away here.
No one's moving towards showers either.
Center's got to find something. This round open. Nico looking for a huge play. Only going to be traded down 1-for-1 there. Mike just left with 23 health.
30 seconds left.
Really difficult one here. The Gecko is low. He comes out of the smoke wrong. Could be all it is. All she wrote here, spray there.
Ooh.
Gets tag team there, and it's 16-16.
Both teams playing super well. I really like Nico's. He knows that he has to go for an unorthodox play there, so he pushes through that brim smoke, and almost it worked out. But since he wasn't able to find Gecko on that first peek, they peeked together, and it was a really interesting peek because we had one of them crouched and one of them didn't crouch. So there was literally no way in that moment for one bullet to kill both of them. So just micro plays like that just really are the stuff that you need to do to win in an intense situation like this, and we're seeing diamonds here.
We are seeing diamonds, we are seeing gold, we are seeing our top team is play right now. We have big execute from Apple Valley through showers. That dog gonna try and stop it all though, gonna be that first trade going through. It's like Apple Valley gonna get onto site here. Trades are pretty much even so far. Spike will be down though, and that is absolutely huge for the retake.
Yeah. It's like, I'm hoping to see one of these players pops off and then gets their ult as well with those orbs, but from the kills, but bomb is down. We haven't really even seen many defuses. Oh.
Senna there with that double. Went up huge, but the numbers stay even. Real tight one here.
One enemy remaining.
Spike's taken down. Roar there.
Ooh.
Be able.
Roar defending it though.
Is nothing.
That. Some gonna have to find it. Some can't get the kills on the fragger. Defuse is already there.
Oh, but is it gonna come
just
through?
Just a little close. He's gonna bear half a
0.5 seconds.
They take the round. Half a second.
What a beautifully played round as well. That half second was huge because while Senna was detained, you had Roar like going for the defuse as well as the Gecko, and he found the Gecko, but Senna, as soon as the suppress wore off, he trusted Roar to get that kill and went for the defuse because he knew that he had to get on that defuse right away, and they did, and had an insane down to the wire defuse.
Micro plays, that perfect team synergy. I feel
Absolutely
like
insane.
Any of these teams can just pick two of their players and they can kind of like work as a pair. I feel like that's what we've been seeing a lot. Is a lot of we've been seeing teamwork, but we've often seen like isolated teamwork between a duo or maybe a trio, and how they just play with all of their players so well. There's no one who feels out of place. There's no one who feels that they don't synergize well. It's just such perfect, near perfect top team play.
I have to agree. Park Center starting with an advantage in this round, which is huge since they're up around. Santi getting Roar though.
They're even though, and now advantage even Saint with a good blind there. Mike, can he find any kills? He's gonna get that one back. Gonna get those two there.
And it's all down to
clearing house. That's gonna be it. Park Center takes the win over the 4-time state champs. 18-16.
What an insane game. How are you feeling after that?
I feel like I need some water. That's what I think. I'm gonna.
Absolutely. Man, we came into this round we expected a close round. And you know what? That is exactly what we got. 18-16. I know that's the most that I've seen so far. I'm not sure if that's the highest on Mnvl, but both teams showing great performances. And we saw every single round was down to the wire. And just insane play from both teams.
Just so tight there. It was certainly something. It was that. I'm stuttering because I don't even know what to say.
It's like,
I said before that we were hoping for kind of the game of the season, and frankly I think that just absolutely delivered. That's what happens when you send two top teams from your league straight at each other on the last week to decide who's number one going into the postseason, who's going to be able to come out on top. And Park Center just barely edged out Apple Valley, 4-time state champs. I mean, I feel like we've kind of said everything that needs to be said. It was just such a close game. And
the gameplay speaks for itself this game. And honestly, like, I'm just wondering what is going through these players' heads at this moment, because like that is such an insane situation. And for everyone to play as well as they did in that moment really shows all of their mental fortitude. Like, seriously, really well played from all 10 of them, even though only 5 of them walk away with the win.
That will only be side of Park Center. And you know, that was it's 6:22. I think we started streaming about an hour ago. So we're tired. Everybody's tired. I'm sure the players are especially tired. That's the longest game I've seen personally as well, just with you back.
Sure.
And you know.
Yeah.
All right.
But luckily for us, we will be getting to see a glimpse into the mind of these players after a game like that.
Yeah. We'll have a interview in just a bit here. Right before that, we are going to send it to a quick break though, so y'all can just, collect yourselves, refocus, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
What does it mean to be a leader? At the University of North Dakota, we're here to find out.
It's taking my first solo flight.
Finding new ways to learn.
Rolling up your sleeves.
The world deserves leaders like you. Leaders ready to take the next step and make a difference. Because we lead our own way.
Will find their golden moment. 9 moments of the round. Roar into his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles. Very close here. Very nice spot on going through that. And fair. Straight in over the wide, but Floyd able to get the rebound, and Egan has a 2-goal lead right. Then it's open and it is gone. They're still on some help. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your Mnvl 2023 Fall State champions.
All right, we are back. Hope everybody's calmed down. Hope their heart rates dropped a little bit. I was probably pushing 180 there. Might be back down to a more reasonable 120, which is still fast. But
absolutely,
we're gonna be riding that for a little bit. In an hour, I'll still be over 100. Like, I don't even know. That was a heck of a game. We were unable to secure an interview for tonight with any of our Park Center players, but that's all right because we don't need an interview. They said enough by winning 18-16, 4-time state champs,
for sure.
Apple Valley. Beffin, any closing thoughts before we end it?
beautifully played from both sides. I hope Apple Valley is not deterred.
They're your team.
Yeah, I can't let the bias show too much, but they had some hardships, and where teams really show up is when they kind of show how they overcome that. So definitely an unfortunate loss from Apple Valley. Extremely well played from Park Center. That's the confidence that they need going into divisionals next week.
Yep.
This is our last week, so really exciting game, and I'm really excited to see what happens at divisionals.
Yeah, got divisionals coming up. We do not have divisionals, but we will be at state in like 3 weeks. We'll have